I love our bedroom. This is where the magic happens. This bedroom is the biggest bedroom I've ever had, and it's amazing. If you haven't seen a video that I made like a long time ago, a year and a half, where I painted the ceiling and I found a super nice cabinet and I did a lot of things. The video is still up there if you want to see that. And this room, I hope that we will do a few updates on it soon. I would love to change the wardrobe because it's not really working for us. We would need something with more compartments, and also I would love to have one of those vintage teak wardrobes, but that's a different project and a different video. And we also need to find a way to store things better because our apartment doesn't have any built-in storage, and we have been very bad at finding good storage for our things. So that means a lot of things are just like floating around in the apartment. But let's start in here. The first thing I'm gonna do is just tidy up and clean. So my husband and I, we share this wardrobe, so both of our shirts and dresses and everything is in here. And I would love to have my own wardrobe in our extra spare room. I think that would make it way nicer for us to be able to see our things and also have more room in the wardrobe here to put away extra bed sheets or those kind of things. But this room is going through a makeover still, and I will reveal it to you hopefully soon. I've been saying that for so long now. So this is what we have to work with right now. I love having these days when I'm working on something that is very like practical and hands-on, because a lot of my work is on a computer, or kind of it feels sometimes fuzzy because it's not something where I see results immediately. So I really appreciate having days when I'm like doing these things, because I can see the result immediately. I also have started to get more followers or subscribers. It's called subscribers on YouTube, and it's super fun, and I'm very excited about that. And I started working more like focused on this channel. It's soon gonna be 2 years ago, and it has been quite of a slow process, and it has been a lot of learnings for me. Like, what do I like to do? How do I want to edit my videos? What topics do I want to discuss? And also trying to combine that with what people want to see and what people are interested in. Because sometimes I make videos about things that I'm very passionate about, but it seems like it's not something that people are searching on, so my videos don't get as many views. And I think it's about a balance of like trying to please the crowd, but still staying true to things that I'm interested in, because I don't do this only to get views. Obviously I want to get views when I have worked on something for a long time. And the thing is that a video takes a lot of time despite how many subscribers you have. The bedroom is now looking nice, and it's time to get rid of some stuff. So I need to put the suitcase up with our winter clothes in our storage room, and I have 2 bags of clothes that are going to the thrift store, and 1 is going to the recycling bin. So let's head outside. We're now at one of my favorite thrift stores here in Copenhagen, so I'm gonna head inside and see what they got, if they have something today. This is where I usually sit when I film my videos, so you probably recognize this little corner. This is my living room, and I don't think I've shown it to you in a long time, and that is because I was planning a makeover. Me and the makeovers taking forever. I was planning to do a makeover and then do a full reveal, but that was honestly almost a year ago. So I still have that footage saved to show you. But yeah, things happen, life happens, money hasn't happened, so I've been waiting. I have prioritized other things. But today I thought we could at least give this room a little spring clean. And we also have a bunch of books. My husband, he did not read a lot when I met him. Honestly, I think he hadn't read a book in many years when I met him. And then we decided to start reading books together. And he continued, and he reads so much more than me. So he always has so many books that he's reading or that he wants to read. And his mom was just here and delivered a bunch of books in Swedish because they are harder to find here in Denmark. So we need to sort the book situation out as well.
Som poserar bredvid människor som han har torterat. Han får för att prata om det i alla fall. Och det är väl det som gör att den här filmen känns ganska omskakande. Därför att det här som Gina beskriver och som...
This room is actually quite hard to furnish because it has a few things going on. It has these pairs of doors to our bedroom. It has a door there to go outside or like to the rest of the apartment. It has a weird little nook on this side, I don't know if you can see it, where I think it used to be a chimney going here. But that, because I have found it, I have found the little stove in our storage room. Maybe I can see if I can, probably not, because it's super crowded in there and it's quite dark. But I have a little wood stove there, and it's covered in newspapers from 33 or 34, so that is super cool. And I think this building is from the like 1911 or 1920 something. I have seen both dates or both years appear in different papers. So that means they only used it for 10 or 20 years before they stored it away. I really wish we had a working wood stove in here. That would be amazing, but I guess that would also be a hazard in today's way of living. But yeah, anyways, that is super cool. But let me show you this wall first, because I'm gonna change this art piece hanging here. So my husband, he's a very creative person. He makes music, and if you have never heard my husband's music, you should find him on Spotify. His artist name is Rosy Cheeks, and he has one song released, and he makes house music with a lot of disco samples. So if you like dancing to like happy summery house vibes, check him out. And he's gonna release new music soon, and I'm very excited about that because I'm also kind of part of the project. But he has also painted this painting. He has periods when he's painting a lot. So, and he's away. He went to Stockholm to go to the Grammys awards in Sweden, the Swedish Grammys. So I'm gonna surprise him by putting his art up here. We have not framed it, but I think it's beautiful anyways to have it up. The corner to the right when you enter the room, this is what you see. I have a small vintage lamp, but I think I wanna sell that one and get a bigger one. And I think I've said this before, but I would really want to have a wall-mounted lamp. I think that would look super cool. I have also been looking at like a table hanging from the ceiling I think maybe I've shown it in previous videos or one previous video, but I think that would look super cool here as well, but it's a bit pricey, so that's not something I can afford right now. Let me show you the table. This table is so amazing, we love it. Our friend Lars, who is a carpenter, he made it, and we came up with a design, and I had this vision of having a coffee table that was quite low, so we could, like, I don't know, I like the idea of having a low table, but that was wide, because it's quite wide from this wall to that wall, and we wanted a lot of space to be able to, when we're hosting people, to be able to sit here if you want to sit here and eat, but also to have like a bunch of books and things. And I really love, I had this idea of having like a coffee table full of books and like things you're working with, because obviously we're both creative and we always have projects going on. And as you can probably see right now, we have this water bottle because my husband is now training to compete in a bike race. You have seen these bowls that I have thrifted. I have this book from the library, and I love libraries, and I'm so happy that the library in Copenhagen is actually quite good at buying in Swedish books. It feels like such a treasure to find books in your own language when you live abroad. We have a needle, we have some sewing thread because I'm always working on something, and I just finished a jacket for Lars, the carpenter. So this is the left corner when you enter the room, and this is a vintage table. It's a mid-century teak table, and the top is quite rough and it needs some love, and we've been doing a few things to repair it, but we kind of made it worse. So I'm gonna at some point try and restore and make this table look nicer again, but we love it so much. It's round, but it has like, it doesn't have these super thin round legs that I don't like, but it has triangular legs, which is nice. It's still soft, but a bit like, it's not too delicate. I like that. I think the next step is that I need to declutter this table, or maybe I'll do that at the very last and start with a bookshelf, because I'm very proud of our bookshelf. And as I've said, we read a lot of books, and in Sweden we have this same size on the soft cover books, and we call these pocket books. And we organize our books in alphabetical order. So here is A, and then it goes down, and here are the hard covers. We have a big white candle in the shape of a penis. People like to comment on this one, and I actually have another one, not here, it's in the other room. I also have one in blue, and it's and Loves, my husband's friend named Anders, he makes them. And if you know Caroline Winkler's channel, this is a book that Elizabeth, her sister, wrote. If you haven't read this book, I think you should. It's funny and it's very interesting. Yeah, so there's definitely a bunch of fun things here. We have an old point-and-shoot camera that I thrifted. I don't think that one is working though. Let me see, that one means a lot to me because a friend gave it to me, but she was living in Sweden and I was living here in Copenhagen, and I was having a rough time, and she texted my husband and asked him to buy me this plant. This plant looks like shit. I'm so sorry, plant. I'm gonna take care of it now. If you've never read Isabel Allende, I think you should. I have too many cables. These are my Pino Santo and Palo Santo, a watch that my husband bought once. So there are a few things that I would like to do in this room, and as you see we have this little nook here and it's a little annoying, but I would like to have a bench here and a bench on this wall. I'm also not a big fan of that huge plant. It's been all over the apartment and it's so big, but my husband says he wants to keep it because he's had it for so long. But yeah, that is a huge plant, and I would like us to have a little bench here with storage underneath so I can place vases and things that we are not using at the moment there. It would be nice to have a big art piece here and a lamp so you can sit here and have a little reading coziness. And I think this is something that I could do quite easily, and I think I'm gonna do that soon. I've seen a bunch of people doing this IKEA hack, so I'm thinking that's what we will do here. Back in the filming chair, I hope you like to see more of this room. I'm always curious myself when I see someone filming and you only see a little part. It's fun to see more of their surroundings and what room they are in and so on. There are a few updates that I want to do and hopefully will do in this room shortly. So I think you should subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel. I also got a comment about the guest room, and actually I already have planned to finish the guest room this week, and it's not gonna be perfect and it's not gonna be everything won't be exactly as I want it to be, but I think it's gonna be as good as it gets with the budget and the resources that I have at the moment. So that will hopefully come soon. Please let me know what you think of this type of video, if you preferred when I'm talking about a certain topic and just talking to the camera like this, or if you actually enjoy to see more of my home and take you with me during the day and so on. It would be fun to know what kind of videos you like the best, or if you like the mix. I hope to see you soon again. Bye!